Well guys, this is it. Halo Infinite's flight has finally arrived and I played it and I really did have a good time playing this game. So, hello everybody, I'm spartan171 and this is going to be my thoughts and some of my opinions about this T.T.F flight for Infinite. You don't know what T.T.F means. It means technical test flight. So people saying it's like a beta, but it's really ain't a beta. It's just more like a pre-out first stage kind of game. So let's get right into the content here. So the gameplay, it was absolutely fascinating. I really do love every part of it, from sprinting. The sprinting really ain't that quick as it once was back in Reach. It was kind of a bit too fast on Reach, and then 4 and then 5 it was way too quick. But in Infinite it really ain't that quick. So a lot of people were complaining about sprint, like ever since Reach came out. They just complain about that, and it's like the sprint is really ain't that much of an enemy as an ability, but in Halo Infinite it really is toned down like completely, and it is slow. It really is slow because someone made a comparison that someone was sprinting, someone was not, and you can catch up with someone that is actually sprinting, just a slightly bit slower. But still, it really ain't that bad. Also, the gunplay wise, it really is kind of actually spot on, just a slight. There are some issues with the hit detection though, but it's only just like a tiny bit, because I remember I was picking up the sniper rifle and I headshotted an AI, and for some reason they only wounded him but not actually killed him, and that shit needs to actually be addressed and needs to be fixed up a bit. But yeah, overall the game, the gun gameplay, it really is fascinating. I do love the new guns, they look pretty cool. They complain about one gun is the plasma pistol's design, because the plasma pistol's design, I haven't used it completely, I just hold it, but the design is just not that much of a classic plasma pistol. It looks more Halo 5 Guardians plasma pistol instead of like the classic CEs or 2, 3s, or even 4s. 4s is probably okay, and I'm okay with Halo 4s, but the design of it looks more like Halo 5 Guardians, and it just really doesn't look good on this game. It really doesn't look good. But still, I really don't mind that, but I just honestly don't like that design. It just looks a bit odd-ish, considering it's supposed to be more like a classic feel. But yeah, also with the sniper design, I really don't like the body of it, but the scope is pretty cool. But I think the HUD for the sniper, I really wish it could be like changed up a bit, just to make it a bit easier, because when I tried to use a sniper rifle, it's hard as fuck, because compared to the other Halo games, with the sniper rifle is kind of a bit difficult to actually use. But it's not that difficult. But I don't know, with the reticle it just looks kind of a bit weird and just doesn't feel that much of a classic, but once again I don't mind that. So yeah, the map, I really do like the map. I played 2 maps now, because this one was the Marines I'm playing against, and then I have another footage I'm playing with ODSTs on the new map, Recharge. This is I can't remember this fucking map's name, but the map, it really is pretty cool, even though it's just generically small and it really ain't that great. But honestly though, I really do like this map. It's perfect for training, perfect for getting newcomers and old players to literally get back into the game and just literally train themselves to be good at the game. Even with AIs included, it just really makes it a hell of a lot easier. But yeah, the new map, the Recharge map, I do kind of like it, even though it kind of feels like a maze a little bit. But Still, it really ain't that much of an awful map, but it is good enough to play it, so I'm very happy about that. So, yeah. And also with the AI bots, I played the Marines and the ODSTs that dropped just when I'm literally editing the video. I'm just playing with the ODST bots, and I do have the footage of the ODST bots. The Marines, they really are kind of a good fucking challenge. They really are kind of good. I really do love the Marine bots so much. And the ODSTs, they kind of a little bit broken. Just a tiny bit. Because I keep dying from like every headshot that the bots always fucking have, and it just really kind of fucking ridiculous how they could just literally aimbot you. It just feels like they were literally aimbotting at you for the head when they're in ODST. So I really hope they could just like tone it down. Instead of just literally aiming for the head every single time, they should just aim for like the body and anywhere else, just to make it a bit more fair. And I really hope the Spartan fucking bots could literally do this exact same thing. Because if that happens in a full game, people will be upset, and I honestly would be upset if they was like they're just gonna keep aiming for the head every single time. But I prefer Marines, the Marine AI so much, because it just really gives you a good practice for just like trying to get good, and then keep progressing a lot further. And I really do hope that they just make like a playlist so you could literally do challenges, get shit done, rank up, and just literally get everything done without like trying to do PvP. Because for me, I really hate PvP in like every single game, because they just always gonna have players that's gonna ruin the experience, and it just sucks so fucking badly. So hopefully they get their own playlist, and I would fucking play it every single fucking day and get shit done. So yeah. Also for the Academy, I did play a little bit of Academy, but it's only for like weapon practice. So it's just a generic weapon practice that you just like go for Spartan targets and just literally kill them and try to get a high score, blah 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 blah. But still, it really ain't that bad. But I would love to see more and more what the game has to offer. Okay, so this here is where the ODST bots are in, and they really are fucking tough to actually beat. Even some of them will just like be a little bit glitchy sometimes, but it ain't that much of a glitch. But still, people encountered a different kind of bugs about the AI bots being like absolutely dumb, absolutely retarded, and they would just like try to go over to the overshield and the camo pickup area, and they would just like hop around and try to get it, but they just literally can't. They don't know how to mount and shit. But that's kind of actually hilarious. But still, it really don't make that much of a problem. But those were just Marine AI bots. So yeah, but still, I welcome the bots to Halo, and I really wish I could play alongside them and against them if I just like want to do like PvE fucking game types instead of just like playing PvP all the time. Because you've got to try something new for the young franchise. They just like keep being this old same thing over and over again. It gets boring real quick. But yeah, let's discuss about the radar. So the radar has changed, but in probably the bad way as it is, because if you haven't noticed about the radar, if you like walk or crouch, you'll be off the radar every time. When you're not sprinting, you'll be off the radar. But if you actually no, sorry about that. If you actually sprint, you'll be on the radar. But if you walk or crouch or haven't shoot, you will be off the radar. But if you shoot or run using sprint, you will be on the radar. And to me, that does shatter the immersion of the radar, because the radar is supposed to like literally detect enemies that are literally walking, sprinting. But if they walk slowly and if they crouch, then they will be off the radar. But in Halo Infinite radar, it really is a problem, and I don't like it. It should just be the way it's supposed to be. If you run, you will be on the radar. If you walk slowly, you will be off the radar. But if you sprint, you are going to be on the radar. But you should just literally just walk or just run without sprinting. You will be off the radar. And to me, that just makes the fucking radar that much useless, because if people are just going to avoid sprinting, then it just makes the radar that much useless. And just like, what's the point of having the radar in the game if they just literally aren't going to be spotted on the radar? So, because it just makes it more like Call of Duty, because no matter if you sprint, crouch, or walk normally, or walk a bit fast, you're just not going to be on the radar until you like literally fire your shot. But in Halo Infinite, the only way to be on the radar is just to sprint and shoot, and that's it. So feel free, this needs to actually change, because if that's going to stay in the game, then it's just going to make the radar that much pointless, because people are just going to try to avoid sprinting. Even they had to go to fucking long hallways, they would try to avoid sprinting. So it just shatters the immersion of that. So yeah, let's go and take a look at the customization. So the customization is kind of a bit like Reach's, but I probably it just really feels like Reach's customization, but I think there's a bit of a slight downgrade for that. So obviously enough, the fucking coating system is just what I'm expected. It's just nothing more than like a Destiny's rip-off of fucking having the colors being removed and you don't have any control of it. So it just really literally doesn't make any sense just to take away the colors of your choices and just literally just let people free just choose the colors. Because with all these colors, you could just literally put like 7 different fucking colors on it. He's like saying, I don't like this color, I might as well change it with any color that I prefer. That would be awesome. And even with different coatings, I could just change them wherever I feel like it with different colors. But no, you are literally forced to wear these colors and not giving the players choice. Because feel free to set themselves, this is your character, this is your like story, but the colors is part of the character, is part of the story as well. Because imagine if Master Chief just doesn't wear his green that he's been using like since all the Halo games that he's been in. Imagine he wasn't wearing green. Imagine he was wearing red chest piece, orange helmet, blue shoulder pads, and fucking green boots. Like, that won't be the Master Chief that we know. That would just like literally just being a different character, or just being like a random generic fucking character that people ain't gonna like. So obviously enough, the armor coating, it needs to literally grant us the colors that we want to put on, because that's part of the identity of our characters. Because without that, we just get a generic fucking Spartan that just really ain't gonna be cared about. Because if you compare it to any other Halo games that just has primary, secondary colors, people love it. Gives them the identity. So feel free, please bring back the fucking primary, secondary colors. Because with the armor coating, I could change 7 fucking colors. Just imagine that. 7 different colors that the player can pick. It will be fucking absolutely awesome. And probably the same thing with the weapons and vehicles as well. Imagine that. Instead of just like having that kind of color, I could just change it to different 7 colors I prefer. It just makes it more fucking awesome and more expensive, instead of just like being more Destiny and less Halo. Because it just, to me, it feels more like Destiny with these fucking armor coatings. If you can't change the color, then it just feels more like Destiny and less like Halo. So yeah. Also with the prosthetics, I really do love that, because ever since Halo Reach, it really is pretty awesome. But the only thing is, though, you had to be at specific chest pieces, and it only be on the right side of the arm, which is kind of a bit shit, but still at least Halo Infinite, you could just do it in all 4 limbs, so it's pretty awesome. Even with the bots, pretty amazing. So, yeah, I did progress through the battle pass a bit. I think I'm on number 17 right now, but still, the battle pass, it's okay, but the only problem is that if you want to progress through the battle pass, you have to complete challenges in order to actually progress through. So I don't know if it's going to work with the winning matches or lose matches or get a lot of kills and shit, because that's supposed to work that way instead of just like doing challenges all the fucking time. But there is a shortcut to actually get past through the battle pass, is to literally spend the in-game currency to skip the fucking tiers. So obviously now there's going to be fucking microtransactions, because obviously there's no such thing as free shit in these free games, because there's no such thing. But yeah, so you have to, the only way to skip through the battle pass is just to spend like 200 credits, and yeah, I did skip through because like I know the challenge system is just gonna be a little bit too fucking eager to get through, even though the challenges really aren't that difficult to actually get, because like you had to get like 5 kills with the commando, and you had to get like 1 melee in the back just to kill a Spartan, and that's easy. The challenges are easy, but it just takes a while or a bit longer to get through. But it should be more like Call of Duty, that you had to like win matches to get more XP to progress, but if you lose, you still get the exact same amount but less XP, and get a lot of kills, it progresses through the battle pass. So it should be more like Call of Duty and less like trying to do challenges only when you're supposed to rank, because it just doesn't make sense if you just got to rank up, and if you complete a lot of fucking games or lose a couple of games, it just like it won't budge. So it just really gets me worried about how is this going to work out with the battle pass if you only do challenges and it gives you XP, but kills, wins, losses, it just really doesn't really matter. So it just really is a question that needs to be answered, is why do we need to do challenges in order to get progress through the battle pass, when in other games you could just like get a lot of kills, wins, losses, you can still progress through. So hopefully that would change when the beta comes out. So I really hope for that to change, because the battle pass, it's good, but it needs to change and it needs to be better. So yeah, let's go take a look at some of these settings. So yeah, there's some people discovered this setting, equip thruster. So I don't know if the thruster is going to be a equipment or a personal thing, but I hope it's not a fucking personal thing, because I don't want it to be more like Halo 5 Guardians 2.0, where you just like spam the thruster button to dodge every fucking thing. No, if it's going to be in the game, it has to be equipment, and it has to be a one-time thing. It cannot be 2-time, it cannot be 3-time. The grappling hook, the grapple shot is more better that way. So hopefully the thruster just really ain't there properly. But also you could drop weapons, and I did test this out, and you can drop weapons, but I think it's only 1 weapon that you could drop. It doesn't matter what primary, secondary weapon it is, but you could drop it and it is fucking awesome. So yeah, I really hope you could just drop 2 of your guns, so you just like literally just use your fist only. That would be fucking awesome. Also with the did notice about the helmets with the lights, and I tried to do that, but it gives me the ping. So I think it's only for campaign only, but I really hope we could just have the lights in the multiplayer, because if you're gonna make like an infection game mode and you have like a fucking black fucking map that is so dark, and the only way to see is using your helmet's flashlight. That would be absolutely pretty cool. I would love to see that. It would just be absolutely awesome. The ping system, it is brand new, but it kind of feels more like Halo 5's Guardians campaign, that you could ping weapons and ping vehicles so the AIs could get in, but it's only for like campaign. So the ping system, it really is kind of useful, and it does stay on there for like a few seconds. I'm probably guessing for like 2 or 3 seconds, and it really gives you good info, but it can like give away a lot of things. But at least it keeps below within 4 or 5 seconds, then that would be awesome. So 2 or 3 seconds is a lot better, so I really do like that. Also, I'm going to talk about gameplay again. So when I first played it for the first time, there was a little bit of frame rate issue, but when I keep playing the game over and over again, and literally had to like close the app and fucking get it back on, it started to become more better frame rate and less fucking janky. So I really hope that doesn't happen when the game launches, and I hope that doesn't happen in the beta, because I just really don't want that to happen. But yeah, the frame rate, it did kind of suck at the beginning, but when I just kept on playing, it become a lot better and a lot more smoother. So because I'm on the Xbox One and not the Series X or S, but I'm on the Xbox One, and it does run well. It just does, but it does have a little bit of frame rate issues. But still, it really ain't that awful. Also, with the textures, with the graphics, it's okay. It's really not that awful. It kind of gives it a little bit away that there could be like some things that aren't going to be textured properly, but thank God for me, I didn't really have that much texture problems, except for the opening that with the pelican that just shows up. So it just gives awful texture on that, because it just like literally just eats the shit out of the pelican and just like pops back in as normally as possible. Also with the UI, it really is once again feels more like Destiny. So, because I just don't understand why I get Destiny on the brains here, because we've got first the fucking armor coating that you can't change your colors, and now with the UI setting, it just really makes it more like Destiny, because it's just so obvious. So yeah. Also, for last now is we're going to talk about the in-game store. Alright, so the in-game store, it's alright. It's not that bad, it's not that awful, but you can buy credits, so it's obviously enough that monetization is going to be there. But the only question is how much credits that you're going to get and how much it's going to cost you. So that's the question that needs to be answered, because if they just going to say, oh, it's free for everyone to get, then it's just literally unlimited fucking credits, and you're just going to spend it wherever the fuck you want. And to me, that's not how it's going to work out, because if they look in Call of Duty and fucking Battlefield and any other game that has those mechanics, you are going to spend real money just to get credits. For me, I'm okay to spend my money on the credits, on the in-game currency, to buy items that I want to buy if I prefer it. So as long as it doesn't have overly priced items, doesn't have weapons and vehicles that you had to pay for, but just weapon skins, vehicle skins, cosmetics, we won't have a problem. And as long as they have reasonable prices, that would be fucking great. So yeah, there's also going to be some XP boosters, 2 dailies and 2 weeklies. So that's kind of a fair balance. And I'm okay with that. So it's an option that you could buy credits, but I'm probably guessing that you could get credits if you play the game. Doesn't matter if you got a lot of kills, wins, losses, you will get credits, just like Halo Reach did back in the day. So yeah, I'm hoping for that, and I just really don't want like saying, oh, you don't get anything for playing the game. The only way to get the credits is to literally spend real money to get them. Because I don't want that to be more like fucking Call of Duty and Ghost Recon, just to literally spend real money just to get the fucking things. So yeah. So what do I think about this fucking T.T.F? I say it's good. It's really, really fucking good. It's perfect, but not that perfect. There's some things that needs to change, some things that needs to be improved, and I do understand this was a build that is like nearly 3 months now, nearly 3 fucking months, and it's like, yeah, this is not that great. This is not that great, because if it's more like 2 or 3 weeks, then it would make people a bit happier. But this fucking build is 3 months old, and that is kind of not a good sign that the game is going to be that much of a success. But with the feedback that we are going to give, hopefully feel free can understand and just listen and just had to accept that there are some things that needs to change, some things that needs to come back, and something that just really doesn't need to come back. Because with the thruster, I don't want that to fucking come back. I don't want it to be more like Halo 4 or Halo 5, because it's just really going to ruin the fucking game, because I hate that. The radar, it needs to fucking come back to its roots that it's supposed to be. Walking, you get detected. Crouching, you don't get detected. So, because that makes sense. Because otherwise, the radar is going to be absolutely useless. It's going to be so boring, so lame, then it just shouldn't be on the game. And also for the hit detection, it needs to be improved slightly for probably the Xbox One. But I think the other Series X and the PC, I don't think they have that much trouble. But still, I'm just guessing that they need to do the exact same thing just to fix up the hit detection a bit. So yeah, that's all I'm going to have to say. So with this T.T.F, I'm probably going to say it's a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. It really is pretty fucking awesome to play, and I really was fucking happy to see the stream that 343 did on their Halo channel. And I tried to fucking I was being super patient of trying to get the fucking invite for the flight, and no, the fucking Halo waypoint was down or having technical problems, and I just like have to fucking wait for fucking a day. I had to wait for 1 or 2 days. I had to wait until the 30th, about like 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern in Europe fucking time. I had to wait for that until I get the fucking invite, and I was like, yes, fucking finally, because if I didn't get the invite, then it's obviously enough that the game would be ruined forever, and I just don't want that to happen. But thank God I got the invite, I got gameplay, and I have my thoughts and opinions about the game, and I love it to share with you guys, and hopefully we can make the game a hell of a lot better than it is at this state, because it is good as it is right now, but it needs to be improved a lot better, and things needs to come back to the way it's supposed to be, not just like being changed and just get ruined and be useless. So yeah, so what do you think about this fucking T.T.F gameplay? Do you really like Halo Infinite's gameplay? Do you think it's good? Do you think it could be better? What do you think about every detail that I did talk about? So let me know in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to my channel, it really helps me out a lot. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and hopefully see you in Halo Infinite's beta. Take care everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye.